Hey guys, it's Di from Be Mommy with Style, and today I'm going to do a quick moving update and actually answer some of your questions and a question and answer about our moving and kind of the status of it. And things have started moving so quickly, I can't even update as it goes because it's just started going so fast. So I thought I would do a quick question and answer asked on my Facebook page, facebook.com/BeingMommywithStyle. And I also have a friend page, Diana Styles, and I will link that down below. I asked them there and actually got a number of ladies that had questions over there. So I will answer those today and also kind of give you a general update on the move because things have started happening. So to give you kind of a quick synopsis of what's going on, we live in Illinois currently. We are moving over to Michigan for my husband's job, and we've known for a little while, but probably just the past couple weeks things have really started going. And my husband has looked at houses in Michigan. We have narrowed it down actually already over there, and we're getting ready to put an offer in on a house. This will be the first time that we're going to put an offer in the house that I will have not seen the house in person. We're going to go for it. I think that this is the house. It feels like the house when I look at the pictures. He took me around with his phone and we did a walkthrough with me on FaceTime. So I looked at the house that way, and I feel like it's it. It has almost everything that we want, and there's one thing that I think we're going to change, which I may get into this video, I may not. I don't want to jinx it, so maybe I'll just wait and see if we get the house. I'll talk about that later on. But anyhow, one little thing we might change if we get the house, and other than that, it's really perfect. So we'll see. I don't want to get my hopes like set on it and then something happen where we get beat out by another offer or whatever. But real estate in Michigan is hot right now. Stuff is moving quickly, so we're just gonna have to kind of roll with it. So we are trying to get this house ready to get on the market. I have gotten oodles of quotes from contractors to start getting this thing ready to go, and we're hoping to have this on the market in a few weeks. But we are gonna, for the first time ever, simultaneously be buying a house in Michigan while we still have this one in Illinois. So I will update you after that process is over and let you know how that goes. But this will be the first time that we've ever done that. So I won't really get into it because I don't know, it's a whole other subject. But I'm going to get to a couple questions that I had on my Facebook page. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I'll be doing kind of question and answer moving updates along because the questions kind of help me know what to answer. So Jen on Facebook asked, when looking for a new house, are you looking for something similar to what we have here in Illinois now, or do you think you would like something different? And it'll be similar as far as the aspect of the house and different in the sense of we don't want any projects. So our past couple of houses have been quote-unquote project houses where they have a couple of things that we would like to update or change along the way. And what always ends up happening is that you get busy with life and you never get around to those projects. So we're looking for a house this time that is a little bit more quote-unquote done this time around in areas like the kitchen, maybe the bathrooms have been updated and that sort of thing. We're not looking to do a lot of work this move because my husband's going to be busy with his new job and I'm going to be busy with the kids, getting them settled. So we're going to be looking for something that's a little bit more kind of just ready to go and no like huge projects. Like at this house, I would have liked to eventually like tossed in granite countertops and things like that. We just didn't get around to it because we weren't here very long. But as far as the general house, most of the house stuff on our list of things to look for will all be the same. Houses are more expensive in Michigan, so there was one area that we were looking at that we could get a little bit more house for our money, and houses are less expensive there. We would have coincidentally ended up next to IKEA, which would have been great. But we ended up deciding to go to a different area, and the houses are more expensive there. So one thing that I know we will not have is the gigantic yard, which I think we're actually fine with. The lot sizes are more like regular lot sizes, like suburban lot sizes. We're not going to have an acre of land, which was fine because we never really used this for anything. It was a nice kind of, I don't know, trial, but we don't really use it. So it's really neither here nor there. As far as the house itself, our pretty much main requirements of what we like, what we've narrowed down over the years that we like will be the same. We typically like colonial style houses, 2 stories, basement either finished or unfinished is fine. We usually look for at least 4 bedrooms because we have 2 girls and we like to have at least 1 extra bedroom. Usually some sort of bonus room, so either some sort of room we can use as an office, or like this house, the bonus room is our playroom. Other houses have just like a loft area. So generally we try to find houses that have that bonus room that's not necessarily a bedroom, but you can use it for something else, like an office or a playroom. And what are other things that'll be the same? 2 full baths, a half bath. We had kind of like one of those, what's real popular in Michigan, I don't think it's popular everywhere else, are these like kind of like tri, quad level houses. That was real popular in Michigan, and we're gonna avoid those because they're just not our preference. So we like just kind of traditional 2-story houses. So hopefully that answers your question, Jen. So house-wise, about the same. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-story house, colonial, you know, kitchen, dining room, eat-in kitchen area. We like that. Living room, family room. And this house has an unfinished basement. If we find one that has a finished basement, that's fine. That's really not a deal breaker. This house has a huge garage. This house has a 5-car basically garage. It's unrealistic to expect that in Michigan, because in Michigan 2-car garages are standard and finding a 3 is very rare. Whereas in the area we're at in Illinois, 3-car garages are pretty prevalent in our price range. In Michigan, the same or actually higher price range. It's 3 cars are not common over there. A lot of it's more, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just not as common. The house that we have found that we really like has a 4-car garage. So we have stumbled upon another one of those houses that has like, the kind of perfect setup. So I don't want to dwell on the house too much because it's not a guarantee that we'll get it. So I don't want to dwell on the house. We'll try not to anyways. Sarah on the next question on Facebook asks, when moving out of state, what are the most important things to do? So a lot of our moves have been in-state, so those are quite a bit easier. If you're moving in-state or even in town, it's quite a bit easier. If you're moving out of state, my number one tip would be get movers if you can. So we're doing a corporate move, and every single time we've moved out of state, we have done a corporate move. So for us, it may be a little bit different than if you're trying to tackle it yourself. Or if you're military, it might be a little bit different. I think military people, they hire movers. But the movers come and they pack you up, they take all your things to the new place, and they even unpack it for you, not necessarily put it away, but they will take it out and put it on counters and things like that at the new place. So you don't have to worry about that part, the logistics part, which is nice. But when looking just as far as like the part that we have to take care of, so my tip there would be hire movers, because it's really not worth the stress if you can avoid the whole part. But as far as like actually trying to find the area from living a long distance away, we do a lot of searching before we're going to be going over there on realtor.com, looking up statistics on city data. We look up on School Digger and Great Schools the school statistics, and for us, being in a really good school district is very important. It's probably one of our top concerns, even a bigger priority than commute for my husband. So we look at school districts and get all the school data and really try to zero in on 1 or 2 cities. So for this move, moving over to Michigan, we picked 3 cities after we narrowed down that area that was more to the west over by IKEA. They had good houses. Long story short, the commute would have been a little bit different, but we ended up going to a different area. So we narrow down our cities. I think it's important to narrow it down to a couple specific cities, and then look at if schools are important to you, check all the school statistics, and then even narrow it down within those school districts what your top schools are, and look at houses there. Narrow it down by your parameters. I mean, everyone's parameters of what they're going to want in a house are different, as far as, bedrooms, bathrooms, garages, basements. Narrow it down and see what's available in your price range in those school districts, and go from there. We've been lucky the past couple times we've been bouncing between Illinois and Michigan. We've been pretty, we've already known the area most of the times. The first time we moved over to Michigan, we didn't know the area, but we didn't have kids. So what I did is I kind of studied maps before we went over, and I found things on the maps that I thought, and by maps I mean like Googling and like comparing like addresses that I found with Google Maps, and I kind of tried to find distances between things. Like for me, Target is important, and shopping places like Somerset Mall in Michigan is a place that you will be seeing a lot in my vlogs. I looked on the map on the computer and tried to spatially figure out where all these things were in relations to the towns that we were looking at, and that really kind of helps as far as figuring out whether you're gonna like living in an area and whether it's for you. So I'd say definitely check out those things. Check out the city website for the city that you're looking at moving to. It can have great info as far as whether they have special events for holidays. If you're looking at specific neighborhoods, look at their neighborhood homeowners association websites. They can have a lot of great information about bulletins and announcements and parties. So those are all great things to check out if you're having to do things from a long distance. And then the last question, I'm going to wrap up this question and answer session with a question from Katie on Facebook. And she asked, how is your decluttering process going to be affected with the move? I know you have an organizer who I've been working with today and yesterday, by the way. I got to do a totally separate video on that. But she will help me, but are you starting already? So I started the KonMari process before I knew we were moving, and then I found out we were going to be moving, and that kind of sped up the process and made me really invigorated with it. It really did help actually me want to get rid of more stuff. Then I found out we were going to have this organizer who I have been working with the past 2 days, and it has been great. I have to do a totally separate video on the experience, but it's been great. And knowing that you're moving, I think for a lot of people really makes you want to get rid of a lot of stuff. And I think especially because we've moved so much recently, this will be our 8th move in 10 years. And I don't even know the past 5 years, 3rd or 4th move. When you move that much, you really start to realize you're just moving boxes in your basement from house to house and you're never unpacking them. So it really made me invigorated or interested this time to use that organization time to get rid of some of those things or sort through those things that never get sorted through otherwise. So the process is going great. We have gotten rid of a ton of stuff. I took a before and after video, which actually should already be posted, of the basement. I haven't done one for the garage, but I should probably work on that because we're going to be working on the garage some more this weekend, so maybe take a before now. But it's going great, and I'm really encouraged with the decluttering. Even if I'm not gonna be a minimalist at the outcome. That I don't think that was ever my goal. I'm just gonna be a more minimalistic version of myself, if that makes sense. So I'm never gonna be a minimalist because I love stuff and I love collections. Stuff just makes me happy. I love purses, I love makeup, and all the things I'm staring at right now. I like those things, and I enjoy having them around. So that's not gonna go away, that, you know, desire to have things. But I do want to be a more minimalistic version of myself and only have things that are sparking joy, referring back to the KonMari method, or only having those things that are truly functional or I really love around. And having that frame of mind has really helped. Like even just going shopping, like I think about when I go shopping now, or I'm ordering things online, like am I going to truly love this and use this? So it's going good in a nutshell, and it's going good. So I will keep you guys posted. I'm going to do a couple update videos. I'll do one on the things going on here and listing your house and staging your house and all that kind of stuff because it's ramping up around here. I will also do one after I know what's going to go on with our offer and what happens with that. I'm really kind of nervous. We just decided tonight, I'm filming this at night by the way, but we just decided tonight to put an offer in tomorrow. So hopefully the house is still available. I'll let you know in the comments if someone bought it tonight. But anyhow, I will keep you posted on what happens with that. And so we should be moving fairly shortly. And we are going to move simultaneously while this house is in the market. So keep you posted with how that goes because it should be interesting. So thanks so much for watching today. Let me know if you have any other questions down below. I'll just continually do moving question and answer videos throughout the month as a part of Moving Mayhem. And thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day. Bye.